I think what you have to do beyond that kind of encounter is you have to involve the young people in the process. I think in many cases they feel that we're telling them what we're going to do to help with this or with that. We're telling them how we're going to design programs. We have a patchwork quilt of programs. I have found in my experience in civic action, when you invited young people from across the city, from all walks of life, in and to have a seat at the table to talk about what we should do with public transit, what we should do with jobs, that they have a lot to contribute to that and they can improve a lot of the ideas that the rest of us have. And I think it has to be done over and over and over again across the city. Have them sitting, as we did in civic action, beside a corporate executive, beside a union leader, beside a nonprofit activist, and getting things done together, sharing ideas. It's their city going forward. The decisions we make today are going to impact on them. I want to invite them to the table. That's the best way we can get them to have confidence in their city and their vote.
Created in the city of Toronto a youth cabinet that invite young people to come to the city and give real advice to the city so that they feel that they are partnered, that they are participating in a meaningful way. I've done that in city. I've done it when I was a school trustee that started the Student Affairs Committee that eventually led to Students Trustee. And what is most important is for young people to find a way to meaningfully participate in our public institutions, whether it's libraries or community centers or right at City Hall. And I'm so glad that the youth cabinet still, like now, that it is working very well because I started it when I became the children and youth applicant. What Mr. Ford did, unfortunately, was to say that it needs to be eliminated. And I'm glad it didn't. And that I certainly hope that we'll continue to have a youth cabinet giving advice and good intelligence to this city because we need the young people to participate.
Making sure you inform, you educate, but most important, mentor them. Be their friend. Sit down, talk to them, educate them how important it is and how people in this country sacrifice their lives to make sure we have the opportunity to vote. That's what you need to do with the youth. You need to engage them, sit down, like I do every single day I'm meeting with you.
What we have to do is engage an awful lot of other people. Right now, when it comes to jobs, for example, we need to go out and get 10 times as many companies involved in creating mentorships and creating opportunities for young people to get involved in getting some experience towards a job, or even a lot of the kinds of programs that just help people to live their lives when they're younger. And by getting them engaged in that way, by getting companies engaged to help and work with young people, thousands of companies and other nonprofit organizations as well, I think that's where we can make a big difference. Because one by one we can make a difference, but we've got to go and get a lot more people involved and our president involved, and that's going to help restore the faith.
You set a target. If you don't create a structure where young people can meaningfully be engaged, and sometimes they would, and sometimes they won't, that won't work. We have to have a structure in place. We have to set targets. That's why I'm the only candidate that said that we, as mayor, we would create 5,000 jobs for young people. I have very specific targets, and I would make sure that we can create 50,000 units of affordable housing. If you don't set the targets, then you can't measure it, then it doesn't become accountable. With young people, what they don't want is window dressing, that when we feel that we need them, we ask them for advice, and then if their advice is not what we want to hear, we cast them aside. So it's very important that we maintain the youth cabinet, expand it, and make their participation meaningful.